Hello and welcome to the weekly wrap only on KENS 5 Plus. I'm your host Audrey Gasoleno. Want to get into some of the top trending stories for the week. And kicking off our countdown at number 5, nominations for the 82nd Golden Globes have been announced. So let's take a look at who's leading the pack. The Netflix musical Emilia Perez, about a Mexican cartel leader who undergoes gender reassignment surgery, leads this year's nomination. The musical has 10 nominations, including one for Best Film Musical or Comedy. It is going up against the blockbuster Wicked, as well as a few others. In the Best Supporting Actress category, it's Wicked's Ariana Grande versus Selena Gomez and Emilia Perez. Also nominated in the category, Gomez's co-star Zoe Saldana. And tens of millions of scratch-off tickets are bought in Texas every year. And as we've seen recently in our area, some people strike it rich. But as for the losing tickets, those often go in the trash. But as Jeremy Baker reports, some of those tickets have an extra chance to win. And the lottery says lots of people don't know about it.
It's called the Second Chance Lotto, or the Luck Zone. If you don't win a prize on the front of the ticket, don't toss it out. On the back is another chance for you to hit it big. It just takes a little more work.
If a player plays one of those tickets and they have a non-winning ticket, so they don't win a cash prize on the scratch ticket, then they can go again to the website or to the mobile app, enter a certain code from that ticket onto the site.
And within a few weeks, that player could be notified that they are a huge second chance winner.
There's no reason not to. If you already bought your ticket and you didn't win that primary prize, then definitely enter it.
Meet Jeff and his good friend Michelle and Rick and his niece Mandy. Both pairs love scratch-off lottery tickets, and unlike many of us, after scratching away the entire card, came up with nothing. But unlike many lottery players, they didn't just stop there and throw away the card. They flipped those cards and entered the Luck Zone, a second chance lotto, and came away big-time winners.
I buy them because they're second chances, and there's only a handful, and not all of them are second chance. There was other prizes and things, and just happened to win the top prize.
That top prize, a trip to see Luke Combs, thanks to the Living Lucky with Luke Combs' $10 scratcher. Rick Leal got to go too.
It was great. They were very good hosts. The accommodations were fine other than the work that was being done on the hotel. But they treated us like royalty. It was really a lot of fun.
A $13,000 all expenses paid trip. Not a bad haul for spending $10. Each scratch-off ticket entered in the Luck Zone drawing can be used only one time. Once you fill out the back and send it in, you don't have to keep the rest of the ticket. You can throw it away, so you don't have to keep track of it, and you can enter any Luck Zone drawing as many times as you wish, but you have to buy a new scratcher every time. Our winner's advice about playing the second chance games:
It's a free chance to win something else. A lot of people just discard those tickets.
I don't want them to do it. Less people enter, it's more chance for me.
More chances for us to win.
To find out more about the Luck Zone and your second chance at winning, we have a link to the Texas Lottery website with this story on KENS5.com. Jeremy Baker, KENS 5.
Wow, that is a great deal. Gonna have to try that out. All right, and as you know, the holidays are quickly approaching, and the window to ship your gifts before Christmas Day is closing fast. So the U.S. Postal Service is setting a cutoff date of December 18th for ground and first-class shipping services, and you have until December 21st for priority mail. Stick with us. The weekly wrap returns after this.
Everything fell apart.
Having a problem and need help?
They didn't tell us they were turning it off.
Whether it involves your money or affects your daily life,
It's not quiet.
KENS 5 watches out for San Antonio's own.
Before I even got home, the AC stopped working, and anytime I stopped, the car would start shaking really hard. My mom told him, we're gonna call KENS 5.
Got a problem? Call KENS, weekdays at 6.
And that's why I called you.
Talked to this police officer, and she told me to call KENS 5.
Every week, KENS 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
It was shocking. Clearly something went wrong.
or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
just call KENS. Weekdays at 6, only on KENS 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again, so call KENS 5 to help you if you need help too.
We begin with breaking news tonight. Police are on the lookout for a group of 3 people who were involved in the deadly shooting.
Every night at 10, Ken's 5 brings you the day's top stories.
Drop the gun!
Weather.
We're going to have this weather impact alert up until about 2 a.m.
And original stories.
The mother of 4 from Olmos Park has been missing. Her husband is facing murder charges.
Tonight, every night on San Antonio's own Ken's 5.
Welcome back. And you probably never thought of this, but did someone mixing South Texas barbecue with the Miami South Beach ingredients, and it turned out to be a hit? It's the perfect flavor marriage in Castle Hills. Vinny Vanzetta with this week's Neighborhood Eats.
It's all very influenced by basically all of Latin America. A little Cuban, a little Colombian, a little Venezuelan, Argentinian, Peruvian, all that.
Born 5 years ago, all the way from South Beach to South Texas, it's Billy Eatery.
Once we moved to San Antonio 5 years ago from Miami, we decided we feel like San Antonio's missing a little more Latin flavor.
We know our Mexican food in San Antonio, and Brian says that's what makes his eatery work. It's in the neighborhood.
We use black beans, and I'm not saying they're the same as pinto beans, but I feel like there's similarities that you don't have to go so far. Like we do arepas, very similar to a gordita. I feel like we have a little bit for everybody. More black beans, more rice, a little bit of everything that I grew up with.
Sounds good to me. Let's go to work.
So I've cheated, already taken a bite, but this is the signature, the Cuban.
It's very popular. People really know us for our Cuban sandwich.
The Cuban. I mean, you can't go to an eatery in San Antonio and not have barbacoa. I mean, let's go.
It's almost like a jalapeno popper in a sandwich.
I'm going. San Antonio, it's the Havana Bowl with brisket beef. Are you kidding me?
A personal favorite. I grew up on rice and beans, so it's the heart for me.
And to wash it all down, how about some guava limeade? Really? Yep. That is seriously, that is like perfecto.
Castle Hills has accepted us with open arms, and we've really been happy to be here. We're here to stay. Yeah, we definitely love San Antonio. We don't
have the beach like Miami does.
That's why we wanted to open this, to make it feel like we're still in a little bit of Miami.
It's food that's fun. Vinny Vanzetta, Ken's 5.
Wow, I know where I'm going to lunch today. All right, back to our countdown. At number 4, new developments this week in the Suzanne Simpson murder case. For the first time, her husband Brad appeared in front of a judge for a status hearing. Brad Simpson walked into the courtroom handcuffed and shackled Monday. He's accused of killing Suzanne sometime around October 6. Family members told us they learned from investigators that Suzanne's DNA was found on a motorized saw that Brad tried to hide from them. His brother, Barton Simpson, confirmed that her body still has not been found. He says he wishes his brother would cooperate with investigators.
My hope for my brother that he wants grace, and I'm talking spiritual grace, but he's not going to achieve that unless he's honest, unless he confesses and tells us what he's done.
Brad Simpson's next appearance is scheduled for February 12th. At number 3 in our countdown, the U.S. government is closely monitoring the situation in Syria after the fall of the Assad dictatorship. So citizens tore down symbols of Assad, and hundreds of prisoners detained by his regime have been set free. The fall came at the hands of a rebel coalition called the Military Operations Command. U.S. national security personnel say right now it's an open question as to who is running Syria. With the dictatorship gone, Syrians are now shifting their focus to essentials and joining long lines for bread and gas. All right, more of our top trending countdown after this quick break.
If you want a meal that will make you wanna
do a little happy dance.
Oh yeah. Catch Neighborhood Eats, where we find the best local restaurants. Thursdays at 6 a.m. only on Ken's 5.
I'm excited to try it.
We begin with breaking news tonight. Police are on the lookout for a group of 3 people who were involved in the deadly shooting.
Every night at 10, Ken's 5 brings you the day's top stories. Weather.
We're going to have this weather impact alert up until about 2 a.m.
And original stories.
The mother of 4 from Olmos Park has been missing. Her husband is facing murder charges.
Tonight, every night on San Antonio's own Ken's 5.
Trust. It doesn't just happen. Trust is earned through decades of dedication and a dawn till dusk commitment to our community. It's earned by journalists who consistently show up, verify, and dig deeper, delivering news that impacts you and your family every single day. The station South Texas has trusted for nearly 75 years. This is San Antonio's own Ken's 5.
I love bringing you the news every morning, but I also love spending time in the great Texas outdoors. Whether it's on land or at sea, come along with me as I show you some of the best places our state has to offer. Texas Outdoors, Friday mornings at 6, only on Ken's 5.
At Ken's 5, we want you to be prepared for changing weather. That's why we're introducing Ken's 5 Weather Impact Alert Days. We'll give you a heads up as to what's coming.
Coming up on Thursday will be a Weather Impact Alert Day.
Get an early warning so you can prepare with Ken's 5 Weather Impact Alert Days.
Thank you from Bill's House. Your generosity is incredible. We did so much good for the children of San Antonio. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for all you did for the kids.
Thank you. Welcome back. You know, sometimes it's all about trusting your gut. In this week's Quick Hits, Meredith Haas takes a closer look at some new studies being done to focus on how our bodies work.
Apparently, Alzheimer's hides in our fat now because researchers have found hidden fat that predicts Alzheimer's 20 years before symptoms even show. Now, researchers are also looking at lifestyle modifications and reducing fat that could influence the development of Alzheimer's disease. And continuing to look at the human body, researchers are also looking a little bit deeper into our gut by analyzing 1.6 million gut cells to find ways to treat things like IBD and many chronic diseases. This will help them to develop better drugs to help us in the future. And as we get through December and near that new year, I know that we want to really focus on our health. That's why we're kind of talking about the body today. So there's also this new study that is showing people with chronic illness, well, if they look at their diet and fix that, it can actually help with their symptoms. And the composition of your body, you know, what you look like, it doesn't really matter is what these researchers are saying. Really, it's all about the diet. Of course, if you want to read more into these quick hits, you can head on over to kens5.com/quickhits.
Thanks so much, Meredith. Now back to our countdown. In at number 2, rapper Jay-Z filed to dismiss a rape lawsuit against him and claims it's part of an extortion attempt. So he is facing sex assault accusations. The lawsuit filed by Houston attorney Tony Busby accuses Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly along with Sean Diddy Combs. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, said the assault happened after she was driven to an MTV Video Awards after party. Jay-Z denies the allegations. And at number 1, the nearly week-long manhunt for the suspected shooter of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is likely at an end. Luigi Mangione was arrested in Pennsylvania and is expected to be extradited to New York, where he now faces multiple charges. The 26-year-old was spotted at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. An employee at the restaurant actually called police. Police say Mangione had writings that appeared to be critical of large corporations.
We don't think that there's any specific threats to other people mentioned in that document, but it does seem that he has some ill will toward corporate America.
Police also say he had a gun thought to be similar to the one used in the killing. He also had a fake New Jersey ID matching the one used to check into hostels after the shooting. Mangione now faces second-degree murder, multiple firearm charges, and forgery charges. All right, that's it for us here at the Weekly Wrap. Thanks for joining us, as always, right here on Ken's 5 Plus. We're going to see you next week. Bye, y'all.